Good afternoon, and welcome to the Reporters Without Borders Press Freedom Awards 2020.
大家午安，欢迎大家来到2020年无国界记者新闻自由奖颁奖典礼。从1985年开始，我们努力的在捍卫全球新闻自由。我们同时会表彰那些因为工作受到威胁的记者。RSF 新闻自由奖希望能够去表彰优良的记者，而且他们能够真正的去凸显我们所崇尚的精神。今年有7位候选人，4位是女性，还有5家媒体组织，他们分别提名在勇气奖、独立奖和影响力奖之下，是当中有来自俄罗斯、巴西、菲律宾、印度跟法国的媒体组织。在我们开始颁发我们的奖项之前，我想要邀请艾维扬先生，也就是无国界记者东亚办事处的代表上台致辞。
Thank you. It's my honor to open
谢谢，
the 2020
非常荣幸
Press Freedom Award ceremony
能够
organized by Reporters Without Borders. After London last year, after London in 2018 and Berlin in 2019, this event is hosted this year at the National Central Library in Taipei, capital of Taiwan. This award was launched in 1992, and since it has been honoring every year independent journalists and media who have faced threats of imprisonment for their work, who dared challenge of abuse of power of freedom, and it's never been so necessary to have this award. After all these years, this award is still so necessary. The COVID-19 pandemic has provided new evidence of the universal need for independent journalism. In our globalized world, violations of the basic freedom are a matter for an entire international community, regardless of where they occur. The RSF Press Freedom Awards are here to remind us of that. Without journalists, the respect of human rights and the rule of law simply cannot be guaranteed. A world without journalism is a world in which the people are not citizens, they are subjects. A world without journalism is a world in which no one should have to live. Thank you.
Thank you, Cedric. Our General Secretary, Christophe Delors, who along with other guests, unfortunately could not be in attendance today due to challenges posed by COVID-19 restrictions. Here is a video of Christophe's remarks.
Nous sommes ce soir dans la salle de cérémonie à Taipei et partout où dans le monde vous êtes en train de nous regarder. Cette cérémonie du prix RSF 2020 pour la liberté de la presse prend une couleur particulière. Parce que nous entrons dans une décennie décisive pour le journalisme. Parce que la crise sanitaire, la crise de la Covid-19 amplifie toutes les crises qui déjà affectent le journalisme. La crise géopolitique, avec des États autoritaires qui veulent imposer leur vision, leur ordre de l'information. Avec une crise démocratique, une croissance de la polarisation, de la défiance vis-à-vis des journalistes, des fausses informations, des rumeurs. Une crise économique qui affecte les médias et qui parfois sape leur capacité à travailler. Et enfin une crise technologique avec des plateformes numériques qui aujourd'hui édictent les lois de l'espace digital. Nous devons leur imposer des garanties démocratiques. Nous sommes très heureux, je le disais, d'être à Taipei. Parce qu'en 2017, nous y avons ouvert un bureau qui couvre l'Asie du Nord et de l'Est. Et ce bureau, depuis, s'est développé a effectué un travail extraordinaire, combat tous les jours pour la liberté de la presse dans la région et ailleurs, et je tiens, devant vous, à adresser mes félicitations à l'ensemble de l'équipe et notamment à son directeur, Cédric Albiani. Notre organisation, Reporters sans frontières, pour ce prix a nominé 12 journalistes. 12 journalistes ou médias qui incarnent le journalisme tel que nous en avons la vision, c'est-à-dire une vision exigeante, une vision de journalistes qui ont de l'impact, qui exercent de manière indépendante, qui font preuve de courage en mettant en œuvre des méthodes professionnelles et en respectant les règles éthiques du journalisme. Ce prix, il permet de leur rendre hommage, mais il permet plus encore de les soutenir. Et je souhaite vraiment que ce prix serve, y compris les journalistes nominés, qui ce soir ne seront pas lauréats, et que je salue par avance. J'adresse un message particulier à tous les anciens lauréats du prix RSF pour la liberté de la presse qui sont harcelés, qui sont poursuivis, qui sont persécutés et qui sont emprisonnés. J'ai une pensée particulière ce soir pour Sohail Arabi en Iran, pour Raif Badawi en Arabie Saoudite, pour Wang Shi en Chine et pour Pham Don Trang au Vietnam. L'an dernier, nous avons remis, lors de l'édition 2019, le prix du courage à Pham Don Trang. C'est une journaliste vietnamienne, extraordinaire. Avant d'être arrêtée il y a 2 mois, elle a signé une lettre qu'elle avait laissée au cas où elle serait arrêtée, et dans laquelle elle écrivait « Je ne me bats pas pour ma liberté, je me bats pour quelque chose de plus grand, ma liberté ce serait trop facile, je me bats pour la liberté du Vietnam ». Nous avons lancé une pétition pour elle que je vous invite à signer, à faire circuler, ça fait partie de nos modes d'action. Tous les journalistes qui sont lauréats, qui sont nominés, et des milliers d'autres journalistes partout dans le monde, se battent pour ça. Pas pour leur propre liberté, mais pour celle de leur pays et pour celle du reste du monde. Ce soir, nous allons leur rendre hommage.
It is my honor to now present the remarks from Mr. Dong-Hoon Kim, the President of the Journalists Association of Korea.
안녕하세요. 한국기자협회 회장 김동훈입니다. 먼저 국경 없는 기자회가 주최하는 언론 자유상 수상자들에게 대한민국 기자들을 대표해서 축하의 말씀 전해드립니다. 지금 전 세계가 페이크 뉴스를 비롯한 여러 가지 문제로 저널리즘의 신뢰에 위협을 받고 있습니다. 따라서 우리 기자들은 저널리즘의 신뢰 회복을 위해 부단히 노력해야 할 것입니다. 한국기자협회는 국경 없는 기자회와 공동으로 여러 성공적 활동을 해왔던 것처럼 언론 자유와 저널리즘의 신뢰 회복을 위해서 공조할 것이며 앞으로도 국경 없는 기자회와의 활동에 지지와 성원을 보내드립니다. 불굴의 의지와 신념으로 바르고 정확한 보도를 위해 애써주시는 전 세계 언론인들에게 경의를 표합니다. 그리고 다시 한번 오늘 수상자 여러분 모두에게 축하 인사 말씀을 전해드립니다. 감사합니다.
It is my privilege to now introduce Ms. Shihori Ito, a Japanese journalist who was named one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in the world in 2020.
Hi, my name is Shihori Ito. I'm a journalist from Japan, and congratulations for those winning these amazing awards. Your winning is very empowering to all of us. And as a female journalist, I've been facing all these difficulties against online harassment, especially I'm also a rape survivor. And it has been quite difficult to talk within in media as well. So it is certainly not easy time to work. But I believe as we keep doing our work, as we keep having our faith in journalism and sending all the positive words and support our fellow journalists, we can keep our work. So again, congratulations.
Every day, numerous incredible journalists stand at the forefront, often working under hard and difficult conditions, fighting for press freedom. This year, the jury of the 28th RSF Press Freedom Awards, consisting of prominent journalists and free speech defenders from all around the world, chaired by RSF President Pierre Haskell, had the extremely difficult task of identifying the winners for this year's awards. Let us now listen to Pierre's remarks.
Bonsoir à tous ceux qui sont réunis à Taipei. Je donnerais cher pour être à vos côtés, mais la crise sanitaire fait que nous sommes sur des continents différents. Et bonjour aussi à tous ceux qui nous suivent en ligne pour cette cérémonie ce soir et cette rencontre. J'ai eu le plaisir et l'honneur de présider cette année le jury qui a décerné les prix de la liberté de la presse de Reporters sans frontières, avec un jury de personnalités extrêmement engagées et qualifiées dans la défense de la liberté de la presse et de la liberté d'expression, venus de plusieurs parties du monde. Des gens qui viennent d'Inde, de France, d'Allemagne, de Russie, de Syrie, de Tanzanie, et j'en oublie sûrement. Notre tâche a été extrêmement difficile, je dois dire, et presque cruelle, car tous les nominés, et ça, là je reflète la conversation et la discussion que nous avons eue entre membres du jury, tous les nominés méritaient cette année d'être primés. Nous avons été extrêmement impressionnés par les parcours, les personnalités et les combats qu'ils mènent, et il a été très difficile de trancher, mais c'est la règle du jeu d'un prix, il faut qu'il y ait des lauréats, donc c'est ce que nous avons fait avec beaucoup de difficultés, parce que nous étions d'accord sur le fait que tous le méritaient. Il y a donc cette année 3 prix, le courage, l'impact et l'indépendance. Et nous avons ajouté un 4e prix, un prix spécial du jury cette année, vous le découvrirez un petit peu plus tard. Alors je voudrais d'abord remercier les membres du jury qui se sont véritablement impliqués et engagés dans cette discussion. Rana Ayoub, Raphaël Baquet, Mazen Darwish, Zaina Erahim, Eric Kabendera, Hamid Mir, Frédéric Obermeyer et Michael Zigar. Nous avons eu une discussion approfondie, riche, dense sur ces enjeux de la liberté de la presse et sur les combats que mènent les différentes personnes qui ont été nominées. Et je pense que je résume le point de vue de tout le jury en leur rendant hommage à leur ténacité, à leur intégrité et à l'âpreté avec laquelle ils mènent ces combats dans des difficultés que vous pouvez imaginer, et leurs parcours sont absolument exemplaires. Donc bravo à eux, et nous continuerons à les soutenir de la meilleure manière qui soit. Merci à vous et bonne soirée.
And now an introduction of the jury of the 28th RSF Press Freedom Awards. This year's jury members are Reina Ayoub, an Indian journalist and Washington Post opinion columnist, Raphaël Baki, a leading French reporter for Le Monde, Mazen Darwish, a Syrian lawyer and president of the Syrian Center for Media and Freedom of Expression, Zaina Erhaim, a Syrian journalist and communication manager at the Institute for War and Peace Reporting, Eric Kabendera, a Tanzanian investigative reporter, Hamid Mir, a Pakistani reporter, columnist, and author, Frederick Obermeyer, a German investigative journalist with Munich's Süddeutsche Zeitung newspaper, and Mikhail Zagar, a Russian journalist and founding editor-in-chief of Docht, Russia's only independent TV news channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin today's awards ceremony. The first award we will be presenting is the Independence Award, which celebrates resistance to outside pressures. And here to present the Independence Award is Mr. Ding Ming Lai. Mr. Lai is a member of the Control Yuan and former president of Shixing University. Mr. Lai has also long been dedicated to media reform issues and is the former member of several media NGOs in Taiwan. Mr. Lai.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to be here at the ceremony. Before coming to the Control Yuan, I used to be the chair of the Taiwan Media Observation and the Fact-Checking Center. I remember that many years ago, when I was the chair of the Taiwan Media Observation Foundation, Mr. Wu Kai-shi brought the delegation from RSF to Taipei because at that time, they were considering a location to open their branch. And we were able to persuade them Taipei is a good location, and we're happy that RSF ended in choosing Taipei. And we are here at their events every year. And it means a lot to me to be here to present the Independence Award. This award is given to people who are not scared by political or economic pressure, who continue to pursue justice and truth. This award is given to individual media or NGO. There are 4 nominees this year from Egypt, Hungary, Cambodia, and Nicaragua. 2 of them are journalists. One is NGO, and the other is a daily news. When facing extreme difficulties, they are able to uphold their ideal. I think in Taiwan, we have experienced the authoritarian regime ourselves, so we want to extend our admiration to these people who continue to pursue justice and truth. I personally admire them a lot.
Lina Atala, Peter Wee, Cambodian Journalist Alliance, La Prensa.
And the winner is Lina Atala. Congratulations.
Je remercie l'organisation Reporters sans frontières pour ce prix et en cette occasion, je rappelle que le journalisme indépendant est un droit humain auquel nous tous devons avoir accès. Ce que nous faisons à Madamas n'est qu'une contribution pour garantir qu'une information conçue indépendamment et professionnellement est toujours possible en Égypte malgré toutes les circonstances.
Thank you, Mr. Lai. Next, we will be presenting the Courage Award in recognition of outstanding courage in the practice, defense, or promotion of journalism in the face of hostility, or even at the risk of personal safety. Please welcome the presenter for this award, Mr. Zhide Li. Mr. Li is a member of the Association of Taiwan Journalists Executive Committee. The Association of Taiwan Journalists is an organization formed by journalists, students, and members of the public. The goal of ATJ is to protect press freedom and improve news professionalism and independence. Mr. Li is also a well-known journalist in Taiwan and previously the news director in public television service and the chief editor in Intenuum Media. Mr. Li?
I'm very, very honored to be here to introduce our 4 nominees for the Prize for Courage. I think if you know what they have had to undergo, you will realize that they are unsung heroes and they are worthy of our praise. Allow me to briefly introduce them to you. First, hailing from Russia, Elena Milashina. She is an investigative reporter for the Moscow tri-weekly Novaya Gazeta. She has been covering Chechnya for a long time, and as a result, she has received death threats and censorship. She has also reported on the Chechen government's mismanagement of the COVID-19 crisis. Her article was removed from the newspaper's website in April. And the second nominee is Margarita Valle from Davao Today from the Philippines. Even though she was arrested and held secretly for several days in 2019, but she has unflinchingly continued to expose human rights abuses in the southwestern Philippines region, which is under martial law. And Davao is actually the homeland of Duterte, so she was subject at an early stage to the Duterte system. During his long period as mayor of Davao, before Duterte ran for president. The next nominee comes from Kashmir, Ms. Fahad Shah. He is the editor of the main investigative website, the Kashmir Wala. Fahad Shah is regularly subjected to, through police questioning, threat, and intimidation attempts for his reports. He has also been forced to reveal his sources, which he refused to do under any circumstances. He has been the target of physical assault, and the outlet he runs has played a prominent part in defending press freedom, using innovative methods to keep 8 million Kashmiris informed, despite the censorship which was implemented when the territory's autonomy was rescinded in August. Also, we want to recognize another nominee, Mohammad Musad, who was questioned by Revolutionary Guard agents in February this year and criticized for the government's lack of preparation for the coronavirus outbreak.
Hi, I'm very honored to receive this prize and to be in such a great company of brilliant journalists from all over the world. Thank you for honoring me today, and I should say that it's not my first prize for the courage, and still I can use to the situation then that it's not enough for the journalists to be just talented to find the truth. Journalists have to be brave enough to bring it to the light. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. Next is the Impact Award, which recognizes work that has led to concrete improvement in journalistic freedom, independence, and pluralism, or an increase in awareness of these matters. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Xihua Tang, the CEO of Taiwan Media Watch. Ms. Tang has long been dedicated to human rights and health-related policy and has a strong interest in the media environment of Taiwan. Taiwan Media Watch is a nonprofit organization which was formed by academics, media workers, and people who care for the media environment. It is the first organization in Taiwan to place a focus on media reform. The goal of Taiwan Media Watch is to improve media literacy and protect the rights and independence of journalists. Ms. Tang?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. 谢谢大会邀请我来颁发这个奖项，我非常的荣幸。
I'm delighted to have the opportunity to introduce the nominees for the prize for impact. I think Journalists make the world a better place. Therefore, we hope to encourage members of the press, journalists, to continue under very difficult circumstances. We need to stand by our principles of press freedom and reporting on as many diverse voices as possible. We need to change the world for the better. There are 4 nominees for the Impact Prize. They come from Djibouti, France, Afghanistan, and Brazil. These are organizations and people who have continued to stand by the highest ethics of journalism. They continue to care for minority groups, shine a light on the underserved. Let's look at the 4 nominees.
The Impact Award nominees. La Voix de Djibouti, Disclose, Merman Radio, Cecilia Oliveira.
I think it's important to first congratulate every one of the nominees. All of them deserve to get this prize. For the Impact Award, I would like to recognize from Afghanistan, Merman Radio.
با عرض سلام خدمت دوستان و همسنگران، ابتدا سپاسگزاری میکنم از تمام دوستان و همکارانی که در دریافت جایزه با ما کمک کردن، به خصوص نهاد خبرنگاران بدون مرز و همچنان امید دارم که بیش از پیش بتانیم بستر خدمت واقع شویم و بسیار خوشحال هستم که رادیوی ما تانست جایزه را دریافت کنم.
Thank you, Ms. Tang. This year, in addition to the prizes for independence, impact, and courage, the RSF Press Freedom Awards jury have decided to award a special prize to honor one outstanding press freedom defender. I would like to now invite our presenter, Mr. Wu Kai-shi, RSF Emeritus Board Member and Deputy Secretary General of the Taiwan Parliamentary Human Rights Commission, to present this special prize.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We have entered 21st century for 2 decades now. And in these 2 decades, we have cultivated godly technologies. It shrunk the world. We can travel from to any corner of the world within 24 hours. Mankind has also reached ability to eliminate many diseases. And we would sink. We should live in a world of bliss of these technologies, free from hunger, war, and deprivation of freedom. Unfortunately, we don't live in that brave, ideal, and honest world. In that brave, ideal, honest world, RSF Award should be a celebration of professionalism, celebration of media men and women for bringing joyful news to us. Again, we are not living in that world. In fact, RSF Awards were given to heroes still struggling for freedom in this 21st century. One of those heroes is my best friend and mentor, Liu Xiaobo. In year 2006, he received RSF's Press Freedom Award, whose tragic death in Chinese prison is also a painful remark, a reminder of the lack of freedom in today's world. I shall also bring your attention to another brave journalist from China who is also a former laureate of RSF Press Freedom Award, Huang Xi, who now, unfortunately, also living in Chinese prison, suffering illness and being denied treatment. These people set an example for journalism in 21st century and remind us that being courageous is still a quality of today's award. And this year's special award is also given to someone of these qualities. Recipient this year's cannot come to, many of the recipients earlier we saw for different awards cannot come to this ceremony due to the pandemic. But this year's special award laureate is not available for a different reason. RSF 2020 Press Freedom Special Award is currently being incarcerated for his courage and struggle, my friend Jimmy Lai.
Hello, I want to say thank you to Reporters Sans Frontier for the wonderful honor of being recognized by the RSF Press Freedom Award jury for 2020. The word Reporters Sans Frontiers is so important to reminding us in Asia and in the world of the value of open and free press. Now, our open and free press in Hong Kong is being clamped down by the CCP by using the national security law. We are not even allowed to demonstrate, and our democratic legislators have resigned from the Legislative Council. That means that there will be no news from Hong Kong. I'm afraid that without the news, the world will forget us. And please, fellow reporters, please keep on writing about us, voicing out for us, and draw the world attention to our pride being suppression. Your support for us to keep the free world value, which we are fighting in the frontier, is so important. Your voice and support is our saving grace. Thank you so much.
Mr. Jimmy Lai's video was previously re-recorded, and today we are honored to have Mr. Jimmy Lai's son, Mr. Sebastian Lai, here to accept the award on his behalf.
On behalf of my father and my family, I would like to thank RSF for honoring him with this award on his 73rd birthday. My sister went to see Dad on Saturday. He was led to the visiting window by guards. Instead of his name, he was referred to as a number. Growing up, Dad always seemed to be in control. The sharp contrast paints a heartbreaking image. But is anyone truly ever in control? Absolute control demands a predictability that comes with a lack of free will. It is the quashing of all dissent. Dad and the brave many of Hong Kong, the small island in the great economic machine that is China, is a reminder that the quest for absolute control is futile. They are the cogs that refuse to roll over, the glitch in the matrix. And while you may lock them up, you will never control them. Thank you, and have a good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Sebastian Lai. I would like to extend my congratulations to all of the deserving nominees and winners, and thank you to RSF for the continuous support and promotion of the vital work of courageous journalists from all around the world. I would also like to thank the generous partners who made this afternoon possible, and to the viewers online for your support of press freedom. We would now like to invite all of the participants who were on stage earlier to return to the stage for a group photo.